Hi, and welcome to my shop this morning. I'm going to be trying to fix my oh so cool tube tester here, which I've been doing a lot of tube testing in the background for the last 6 months. And just to give you an idea, these are the bad tubes. These are the rejected tubes that I have tube tested out of my collection. Nearly probably 20% of the tubes I have turned out to be dead or have a short in them. But now what's dead is my tube tester. My tube tester has died during the process of testing hundreds and hundreds of tubes. Suddenly all the tubes had a short in them. So let's take a look at what's going on here. This tube tester. So it has a short light. This particular type of tube tester uses a neon bulb to detect the very tiny leakage currents that might be happening within the tube. You pop a tube in, and then you move the short switch through 5 settings. And if the light does not come on and stay on, tube is not shorted, and you can carry on with the tube test. Let's see what happens here. Maybe I better put the power on to the tube tester first. Okay, that was exciting. Let's try it again. It's nothing worse than when you do a demonstration. Okay, no tube, but it indicates a short. A short there. So the story behind this is not much of a story. I probably put almost 1,000 tubes through this in the last couple months. In the last couple, this is what happened. So I think probably a wire's come off behind one of these sockets and has shorted. I think that's all that's probably happened. You keep putting a tube in and out. You wiggle these things, even though these are pretty darn solid. You're still wiggling the pins underneath, and that's wiggling the wires. And I'm going to guess all that's happened here is some wires have come off. That's what I'm hoping. Now I have 2 other mutual conductance tube testers of quality. I got 3 quality tube testers. This is one of them. This has been my go-to tube tester since I got this. Oh my gosh, I don't know when I got it. It's a long time ago now. Couple screws up here. More screws everywhere. So unlike some tube testers that simply apply a voltage and then measure the current flowing through the tube and determine its quality from that, this one, like better tube testers, actually uses a technique where it puts a signal through the tube and can actually measure the transconductance. Measure might be a bit of a misnomer itself. It can determine anyway the mutual conductance and put it on the meter here. It's a far better test for a tube. Okay, let's just flip this. I'm going to flip them over this way. See what we find. Find a lot of wires, a lot of switches. You know what? I don't think I've ever looked underneath this tube tester before. Oh, I must have. I must have at some point. And I'm seeing something I'm sure I've never seen before. I've never noticed. If I did look in this tube tester, I never noticed. I never noticed these. Just the style of them. This is obviously a wire wound variable resistor. It looks like it's adjusted during the building of the tube tester. So these are one-time adjustments. I don't think I've ever looked under here. I don't recall seeing any of this ever in my life. Holy smokes. I can't believe it. 2 tubes. Okay. Oh, look, there's a capacitor. That's me. So yeah. Hey, Jim, you must be getting older in your. You must be getting older in your old age. So at a glance, I don't see anything here. Let's start with the tube sockets. We'll see what we can see on those. And I think we're going to be doing the close-up camera thing here. Okay, that's looking with the close-up camera. And it looks like this is cooked pretty good, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Okay, let's look at first right at these sockets here. These are nice sockets. Start on this one. Now, there's only, well, potentially one short, like one defect. One defect would be on perhaps this one. Those all look really good. Look at that jungle of black wire. No color coding, no nothing. Yikes. Okay, what could be on this? Well, there's some color coding. There's a orange wire and a blue wire. I don't see a thing there. That looks bad. Huh. Be so lucky here. These don't look like they're likely to develop any kind of short. Uh-oh. I get a chance to fix this while I'm working on it. Well, that didn't really reveal much at all. Nothing whatsoever. There's a lot of wire to look at. Wow. I wonder what else could do that. Could be one of these switches. Oh my gosh. While we're under here, look at that. Oh yeah, I'll find the problem there. That'll be easy. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this, schematic and the whole shot to track down where a problem could even be in here. Oh, I thought this was going to be a snap. That's interesting, isn't it? Looks to be in great shape. This is the rheostat for the overall, for the line voltage adjustment. That's what I want to say. You can see, because it gets hot when it operates, it's ended up looking a little rusty, basically. These are all sealed over here. Well, I have to admit I did kind of panic a little bit when this happened, because I thought there were shorts that could be endangering the what's going on here? Goes right into the bundle. What is that switch? I think that's just the on-off switch, isn't it? No, the on-off switch is over here. This is the life switch. I'll flip this whole thing over again. We're going to generate the problem here and study it while I flip the switches around and do other stuff to see if we can't get any hint as to where this problem really lies. Holy smokes, that's a lot of possible stuff in there. Like a lot. Yeah, so the switch in question here is this life switch. I virtually never touch this anyway. So we'll switch this on. There's the pilot light. It's the rotating of this switch. I should have looked at this switch more closely, because maybe the fault is right in the switch. Okay, so we're going to activate the short light on the assumption that nothing really bad is happening. Now we're going to just work all these controls and see if anything at all interferes or affects that short light. Off. Ballast. 6.3. And I don't want to, I shouldn't push these buttons here. The fact is, you can still test a tube with this tube tester in the tube test position. What you can't do is check for shorts because of this. And it leaves me unnerved too. Let's look at the back of this switch then. Power off. This is the switch here. There's this capacitor that I put in. I must have done that. I must have done that so long ago, I can't even remember. That'd be like last week or something like that. So first of all, has a wire come off and gone somewhere? It's just as solid as can be. Wow. Capacitor short here. It's only in certain settings. Only in certain settings, but wow, you know, that could be a short way up in the circuit here somewhere, and it's just encountered when this is set in a certain position. And the fact that the switches involved mean nothing at all. Oh man, I think this is going to be a difficult thing. Is this brand new capacitor shorted? Of course not. How about this old guy up here? Of course not. Wouldn't take much to turn on that neon light. This is made to be very sensitive, so a small current leak in the tube during the short test we'll trigger that light. It won't take much. Well, what else is there? Some resistors on here. They don't short. This is not going to be easy to do. Even trying to just think up what to do is I gotta study the schematic. I gotta study up on the schematic and start making hypotheses on what might be wrong and then investigating them. Yeah. Any more size? Oh, man. So I've been studying the schematic. Yeah, there's a lot of wires in here, that's for sure. First couple shots at what it might be, no, didn't find it. So I'm going to revert to something that I get a lot of success with, and that's banging around in the back of these things, seeing if I can make that light flash a bit. Let's put the power on here. Give it a moment. There we are. You see the light. Okay. Now, first we'll start with poking around the actual switch itself here. Well, that was quick. That was too quick. That was too quick. Oh my gosh. Fixed it. How do you like that? That was easy. What the heck did I do? I just tapped on this. So I'm watching the light to see if it'll come back on now. There's no way that a short should be indicated when there's no tube. No tube being tested. Wow, just one little touch and it just went away. What did I do? I literally just tapped it like that. Just gave it a little tap. Well, some piece of dirt or something that had fallen into a bad spot? How could that happen? Well, this light is not even flickering. It's a neon bulb, so it should react really quick at any moment. There's not a thing. Add this to my ever-growing list of surprising stuff. Shorts. Let's try a tube. Any tube. Got a tube here. 6BE6. Let's give it a test. I don't know what the condition of this tube is. Hopefully it doesn't have any shorts in it. 6BE6. I've been doing a lot of this. That's for sure. 6.3 JR 7562. 7562. With a 3, 11, 63 on the English. Double check. JR 75623. 75623 11. Okay. And the bolt. Oh, I know why this tube is in here. So I've collected a couple of interesting tubes. These are not ones to be tested, in fact. You know, when you go through hundreds of tubes, you find some with some funny stuff. Can you see? Right in this area of this tube. There's going to be a little out of focus here if I get a little too close. Yeah. Watch right in that area though. So there's a ring. See it move? A ring? That's the getter ring. It's broken off and it's just flopping around inside there. Thousands of tubes. That's the only one like that. This one, this is a good magician's tube here. Because it's got, look, it's missing, it's got two gaps. When I picked this tube up, of course, I just looked at the gap there and I went to plug it in based on the gap like you would with any tube, and my finger just brushed the other side and went, wait a minute, what? Yeah, the pin is broken right off there. Yeah, we're not going to test these two tubes, but I surely have some more. Must have some more to test. 6SK7. Okay, let's give that guy a try. 6S LMNOPQRS Okay. 6.3 JR 4765 with a 3. 4765 with a 3. 22 72. Press B4 when you're ready. Just give it a second here. All eyes on the short light. So you see the flashes? That's fine. It's if the light stays on that there's a short. Okay, this tube should test. Where to go? SK7 should test 1200, between 1200 and 1900. 1200 is the reject point. 1200 is right about there. There we go. That's good. We flip this into the English mode. Then you just look at the words replace and good. It's not doing so well there. Is that correct? 72. Yeah. Doesn't take much movement to change it from a good to a bad tube. But you can see it's a little low. You know, all these tubes have mileage on them. Very few of these tubes I have are, I shouldn't say that, probably 15% of the tubes I have test really, really good. Okay. There we are. Tube tester working again. I have no idea what happened to it. Somehow I managed to fix it. Goodness knows, there you go. Here's my repair for today. Thank God, I really like this tester. See ya.